Welcome to Keto's Videos!
A curious fox is standing in the middle of a quiet forest. The fox walks toward a sparkling river in the distance. The fox stops, looking confused as the river suddenly disappears. The fox sniffs the ground, trying to figure out what happened. A butterfly flutters by, distracting the fox for a moment. The fox shakes its head and continues its investigation. The fox spots paw prints near the riverbank. The fox follows the prints deeper into the forest. The fox meets a friendly squirrel who seems worried. The squirrel tells the fox that the river is being blocked. The fox decides to investigate further up the river. The fox crosses a fallen tree to get to the other side of the riverbed. The fox hears water splashing ahead and rushes toward the sound. The fox arrives at a small dam blocking the river. The fox inspects the dam, looking for a way to fix it. The fox tries to move some of the sticks, but they are too heavy. The fox spots beavers nearby who are responsible for the dam. The fox approaches the beavers to talk. The beavers explain they needed to build the dam for their home. The fox thinks of a solution to share the water with the beavers. The fox suggests making a small gap in the dam to let some water flow. The beavers agree and start adjusting the dam with the fox's help. Slowly, water begins to trickle through the dam. The fox excitedly watches as the river flows back into the forest. The squirrel jumps in excitement as the river returns. The fox drinks from the river, feeling refreshed. The beavers wave goodbye to the fox from their dam. The fox walks back home, satisfied with its clever solution. The fox curls up for a nap by the flowing river. The camera zooms out, showing the peaceful forest and flowing river. A golden-maned lion named Leo wakes up as the sun rises over the savannah. Leo walks proudly through the grasslands, his mane flowing in the gentle breeze. Leo spots a group of animals by the watering hole and decides to approach. Leo struts toward the watering hole, feeling important. The animals at the watering hole scatter when they see Leo coming. Leo takes a drink from the watering hole, looking around for company. A little gazelle bravely approaches Leo. The gazelle asks if Leo would like to share some berries from a nearby bush. Leo frowns, thinking lions don't share with others. The gazelle explains how sharing makes everyone happy. Leo decides to give it a try and follows the gazelle to the bush. Leo tries a berry and finds it delicious. Leo and the gazelle eat berries together, laughing. Other animals notice and approach to join in. Leo smiles and invites them to join the berry feast. The animals happily gather around the bush, sharing berries. A young zebra offers Leo some of his berries. Leo graciously accepts and eats the zebra's berries. The sun begins to set as Leo and the animals finish their meal. Leo feels happy, knowing he shared and made new friends. Leo reflects on the fun he had sharing with everyone. A little meerkat thanks Leo for sharing the berries. Leo smiles and tells the meerkat that he enjoyed sharing. As the animals begin to leave, Leo waves goodbye. Leo starts heading back home, feeling proud. On his way home, Leo spots a lone lion cub struggling to carry a heavy branch. Leo helps the cub by lifting the branch with his strong paw. The cub thanks Leo and runs off happily with the branch. Leo smiles, knowing that sharing and helping others. The curious cat steps out of its cozy bed, stretching its paws. The cat sniffs the air, excited by the morning breeze. The cat hops off the bed and walks towards the door. The cat nudges the door open with its paw. The cat steps into the hallway, ears perked up, listening. The cat notices a ball of yarn and bats it playfully. The yarn rolls away, and the cat chases it. The cat catches the yarn and proudly holds it between its paws. Suddenly, the cat hears a chirping bird and looks out the window. The cat sits on the windowsill, watching the bird in a tree. The bird flies away, and the cat tilts its head in wonder. The cat hops down from the windowsill and walks to the kitchen. The cat sees its food bowl and begins eating. After eating, the cat drinks water from its bowl. The cat hears a soft meow and turns around. The cat's friend, a black kitten, enters the room. The two cats playfully chase each other. The cats hide behind a couch, peeking at each other. The cats pounce and tumble in playful wrestling. Tired, the cats lie down next to each other. The orange cat stretches and rolls onto its back. The cat gets up and walks to the garden door. The cat pushes open the door and steps into the garden. The cat explores the flowers and plants in the garden. The cat hears buzzing and spots a bee near a flower. The cat cautiously approaches the bee but doesn't touch it. The cat lies down on the soft grass, enjoying the sun. The cat rolls around playfully on the grass. Feeling sleepy, the cat heads back inside the house. The cat curls up on its bed and falls asleep. Piggy, a small pink pig with a round belly, wakes up early on a bright morning. Piggy sniffs the fresh morning air with a happy snout wiggle. Piggy trots outside and sees the green fields of the farm stretching out. Piggy hears a moo and looks toward the cows grazing nearby. Piggy decides to visit the cows and trots toward them. Piggy greets a big brown cow with a friendly snort. Piggy watches as the cows munch on the fresh green grass. Piggy suddenly remembers the muddy puddle near the barn. Piggy arrives at the puddle and squeals in delight. Piggy jumps into the puddle and splashes around. Piggy rolls in the mud, covering itself in brown splashes. Piggy sits up, now completely covered in mud, looking proud. Piggy's farm friends, a duck and a sheep. Piggy invites the duck and sheep to join in the muddy fun. The duck jumps into the puddle with a splash, quacking happily. The sheep shakes its head, preferring to stay dry. Piggy and the duck splash around together, having fun. Piggy takes a break and watches a butterfly fly past. Piggy chases the butterfly through the field. The butterfly flies out of reach, and Piggy stops, smiling. Piggy decides to visit the vegetable garden for a snack. Piggy finds a fresh carrot and munches on it happily. Piggy notices some ripe apples hanging from a tree. Piggy tries to jump to reach the apples, but can't reach them. Piggy gives up on the apples and finds some lettuce to eat instead. Piggy sits in the garden, feeling full and happy. Piggy's farmer comes to check on him, laughing at the muddy mess. Piggy oinks happily and gets a pat on the head from the farmer. Piggy waddles back to the barn for a nap after a fun day. Piggy snuggles into the hay, falling fast asleep with a happy... A fluffy orange cat stretches out in the sunlight, yawning after a long nap. The cat's whiskers twitch as it spots a fluttering butterfly outside. The cat leaps off the windowsill and sneaks toward the door. The cat nudges the door open with its nose and slips outside. The cat watches the butterfly closely, preparing to pounce. The butterfly flies higher, and the cat jumps up. The butterfly escapes, and the cat sits down. A curious sound catches the cat's attention, coming from behind a bush. The cat cautiously approaches the bush, peeking through the leaves. A small bird hops out, chirping happily, startling the cat. The bird flies away, and the cat watches it with interest. The cat hears a soft meow nearby and turns to find another cat. The two cats exchange curious glances and approach each other cautiously. The cats touch noses, then happily begin to play. The cats chase each other in circles around a tree. They pause, both panting, and sit in the shade to rest. The orange cat spots a ball of yarn rolling by and pounces on it. The black and white cat joins in, batting the yarn back to the orange cat. The yarn gets tangled in the orange cat's paws, causing a tumble. The orange cat notices the sky turning pink as the sun begins to set. The two cats sit together, watching the sunset in peace. A gentle breeze ruffles the orange cat's fur, and it closes its eyes contentedly. The black and white cat nudges the orange cat to head home. The orange cat glances back at the yard, remembering its fun adventure. The two cats part ways, with the black and white cat jumping back onto the fence. The orange cat heads back through the open door, entering the house. The cat climbs back onto its favorite spot on the windowsill. The cat yawns again, ready for another nap after the long day. The cat closes its eyes, purring softly. A young tiger steps out of its cozy den, blinking in the early morning sunlight. The tiger stretches its legs, yawning wide to reveal sharp white teeth. The tiger sniffs the air and catches the scent of fresh water nearby. The tiger walks through tall grass, its orange coat blending with the golden surroundings. The tiger pauses by a tree and scratches its claws against the rough bark. A butterfly flutters past the tiger, catching its attention. The tiger crouches low, playfully pouncing on the butterfly. The tiger continues its walk and approaches a sparkling stream. The tiger leans down to drink water from the stream. The tiger spots its reflection in the water and stares at it curiously. A bird flies overhead and the tiger watches it soar through the sky. The tiger hears a rustling sound in the bushes nearby. A small rabbit hops out of the bushes, unaware of the tiger's presence. The tiger moves closer but stops as the rabbit quickly hops away. The tiger sighs and continues walking deeper into the jungle. The tiger comes across a fallen tree and leaps over it effortlessly. The tiger spots some monkeys swinging from tree to tree in the distance. The tiger moves closer to the monkeys but decides not to chase them. The tiger finds a shady spot and lies down to rest. The tiger yawns again, this time feeling sleepy after its walk. A soft breeze rustles the leaves, and the tiger closes its eyes to rest. The tiger dreams of running through open fields, chasing birds. The tiger wakes up to the sound of chirping birds nearby. The tiger stretches again and decides to explore more of the jungle. The tiger walks along a narrow path following the sounds of distant animals. The tiger comes across a colorful parrot perched on a branch. The tiger stops by a large rock to rest again as the sun starts to set. The tiger watches the sunset, feeling calm. As the jungle grows quiet, the tiger slowly walks back to its den. The tiger curls up in its den, ready for a good night. Kenny the kangaroo hops through a grassy field, his soft brown fur shining in the sunlight. Kenny pauses and stretches his long, powerful legs, preparing for his big jumping practice. He looks up at a tall hill and wonders how high he can jump. Kenny bounces forward slowly, warming up for his big leap. He takes a deep breath and gets ready to jump as high as he can. With a powerful push, Kenny jumps up high, soaring over a rock on the hill. Kenny lands softly on the ground, feeling proud of his big jump. He looks back and smiles at the rock he just jumped over. Kenny sees a group of small kangaroos watching him and waves happily. The small kangaroos hop closer to Kenny. Kenny shows the small kangaroos how to stretch their legs for a big jump. The little kangaroos copy Kenny, stretching their legs and balancing on their tails. Kenny hops a small hop and encourages the little ones to try it too. The small kangaroos give it a try and hop around, laughing with joy. Kenny jumps higher this time, showing the next level of jumping. The little kangaroos try to jump higher too, some making it and some stumbling. Kenny laughs and shows them how to balance better using their tails. The little kangaroos try again, balancing with their tails like Kenny showed them. Kenny jumps over a tall bush. The little kangaroos clap their paws in excitement, eager to try more. Kenny encourages them to keep practicing, smiling warmly at their efforts. The little kangaroos keep practicing, hopping higher each time. Kenny watches proudly as the little ones improve their jumping skills. One little kangaroo jumps extra high and surprises everyone. Kenny laughs and praises the little kangaroo for the impressive jump. The small kangaroo beams with pride, happy to have learned from Kenny. The sun begins to set, casting a warm orange glow over the field. Kenny gathers the small kangaroos and thanks them for practicing with him. The small kangaroos hop home with smiles, excited to show their families their new skills. Kenny watches them go, feeling proud of his new little jumpers. A fluffy gray squirrel with a bushy tail peeks out from a hole in a large oak tree. The squirrel jumps from the tree, landing softly on the grass. The squirrel scurries through the forest floor, looking for food. It finds an acorn and holds it in its tiny paws, sniffing it. The squirrel starts nibbling on the acorn while sitting on a rock. Suddenly, the squirrel hears a rustle and perks up its ears. The squirrel quickly hides the acorn in the ground, covering it with dirt. It darts behind a tree, peeking out cautiously. A bird flies by, and the squirrel relaxes. The squirrel runs up the tree trunk swiftly and nimbly. It pauses on a branch, looking out over the forest. The squirrel spots another squirrel in the distance and waves its tail excitedly. The two squirrels meet on a branch and touch noses. They chatter and run around the tree together, playing. The squirrel jumps down to the ground to continue playing. They chase each other through a field of colorful flowers. The gray squirrel stops and sits up, spotting a butterfly. The squirrel gently waves its paw at the butterfly. The butterfly lands on the squirrel's nose, and it wiggles its nose playfully. The butterfly flies away, and the squirrel watches it go. The squirrel spots a pile of nuts and acorns under a bush. It picks up a large nut and looks around as if checking if anyone is watching. The squirrel hides the nut in its special storage spot under a tree. The squirrel yawns and stretches after a busy day. It scurries back up the tree to its home in the hollow. The squirrel snuggles into its nest of leaves inside the tree. It wraps its tail around itself like a blanket. The squirrel peeks out one last time before closing its eyes to sleep. The sun sets, and the squirrel is peacefully asleep in the tree. A fluffy orange cat with white paws sits by the window watching birds fly by. The cat stretches its legs, arches its back, and yawns. The cat hops off the windowsill and lands softly on the floor. The cat sniffs the air, curious about a scent it has caught. The cat wanders into the living room and spots a small ball of yarn. The cat taps the ball of yarn with its paw, watching it roll away. The cat chases the yarn, pouncing playfully on it. The cat pauses and listens to a soft, rustling sound nearby. The cat cautiously approaches the sound, peeking behind the couch. A small mouse runs out from under the couch, startling the cat. The cat calms down and crouches low, watching the mouse carefully. The mouse runs away, and the cat decides not to chase it. The cat strolls to the kitchen, hearing a can of food being opened. The cat's owner places a bowl of food down, and the cat sniffs it. The cat begins to eat its meal, happily enjoying every bite. After eating, the cat licks its paws and face to clean up. The cat hears a bird chirping outside and runs to the window again. The cat watches the bird hop around the garden, fascinated. The cat meows softly, wishing it could join the bird outside. The cat decides to nap on its favorite chair by the window. The cat closes its eyes and begins to drift into sleep. In its dream, the cat imagines chasing butterflies in a meadow. The cat leaps high into the air in its dream, trying to catch a butterfly. The dream continues, and the cat playfully rolls in the grass. The cat dreams of climbing a tree to watch the world below. Suddenly, the cat wakes up to the sound of a loud noise. The cat hops down from the chair and goes to investigate the noise. The cat finds its owner, who dropped a book, and relaxes. The cat purrs as its owner pets it gently on the head. The cat curls up again, this time in its owner's lap, ready for more rest. Duke, a friendly golden retriever, wakes up and stretches. Duke wags his tail happily as he runs outside into the garden. Duke sees a butterfly and playfully chases it. Duke encounters a rabbit that looks worried. The rabbit explains that its burrow is blocked by sticks. Duke uses his paws to remove the sticks from the burrow. The rabbit thanks Duke, hopping into the burrow. Duke continues his walk and hears a meow coming from a tree. Duke finds a way to help the kitten get down safely. The kitten purrs and rubs against Duke's leg. Duke continues walking and finds a broken fence. Duke sees a sheep that wandered through the broken fence. Duke barks gently to guide the sheep back inside the fence. Duke pushes the fence pieces together to block the gap. The farmer arrives and thanks Duke for helping with the sheep. Duke trots off to a nearby park and finds children playing. One of the children accidentally throws a ball too far. Duke runs after the ball, finding it under a bush. Duke returns the ball to the children, wagging his tail. The children invite Duke to play fetch with them. After playing, Duke lies down to rest in the shade. Duke hears a buzzing sound and finds a bee stuck in a flower. Duke gently helps free the bee from the flower. Duke continues his day and spots a puddle. Duke jumps over the puddle playfully. Duke finds a duckling stuck in the puddle and helps it out. Duke watches the sunset as he walks back home. Duke's owner opens the door, happy to see him. Duke eats dinner and drinks water from his bowl. Duke curls up in his bed and falls asleep, dreaming of his adventures.
Thanks you for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up if you liked the video, and of course subscribe to the channel. Bye bye.